Hi, I'm Kevin.
And I'm Heather.
And we're Goin Batty in the kitchen. Tonight there's...
Thrive Life Foods beef enchiladas. And look, there's Katie.
There's Katie right there.
She's our official cheese grater. Alright, so the recipe I have for these beef enchiladas, I got off of the Thrive Life website. So, and we actually had these once before, and I forgot to record a video of me doing it, but my family liked them so much that we decided to go ahead and do a video of it. But it is their beef enchiladas. It has like a 5-star rating on it, so they're really good, and my family really like these. So we're going to go ahead and give these a try again tonight and show you how I make them. Alright, so the first thing that we're going to do, and just so you know, I am doubling this recipe because it won't feed my family if I don't. So the first thing we're going to put in is our ground beef crumbles, minus the little oxygen absorber packet. Alright, so I have my ground beef in the bowl, and this is real meat. This is not like that kind of where it's got soy in it and ground beef. This is actually just straight ground beef. That's all that is. And then we're going to put our onions in. And I love the way these smell. Like, they smell so good.
And they're easy.
Yeah, I don't have to chop anything. There's no crying. And then we're going to put in our green chilies. And then we're going to put in our cumin. Is that cumin? Yeah, it's cumin. So we've got the cumin in there. And the chili powder, which is right here. And I kind of do heaping spoonfuls of it, just because that's how I roll. And then we're going to put in our diced tomatoes. And then we are going to put in our beef gravy sauce. I can't pronounce that, but it is the savory beef gravy is what it is. It looks like it has a fancy French name, but it's the savory beef gravy. All right, and now we're going to put in our water. And we're going to stir this up and let it soak and rehydrate. I give it about 10 to 15 minutes. All right, now we're going to make our enchilada sauce. So we're going to start with our onions again.
They smell awesome.
And then we're going to put in our green chilies. And these green chilies, they're not like super, super hot. They just give it just enough kick. And then we're going to put in our cumin and our chili powder. So this is a simple recipe because it kind of repeats ingredients in here, but it's still really, really good.
What's that?
That's cumin. All right. And now we're going to put lime juice in. And I didn't have any fresh limes, so we're just using the bottled lime juice. And it works just fine because I used it before too. Alright, so now we're going to put our water in. Start simmering. Let it go for about 2 to 5 minutes. And then I'll show you what the next step is. Alright, so now we're going to add our savory beef gravy into our whoop, we had a little much, but that's okay. We're going to add that in and we're going to whisk it in.
Measurements are more of a suggestion.
Yeah, they're just kind of guidelines. They're not really what you're supposed to do. But this stuff actually makes it really, really good. It gives it just a really great flavor. Alright, so it's all mixed up. There's no clumps in it. And I'm going to let this simmer for about 2 minutes. So I've got my timer set. And we'll just let it go for 2 minutes. All right, so now we're going to pour this into our blender.
Ever so carefully.
Ever so carefully, because it is super duper hot. You do not want to get this on you. Just kind of scrape all that goodness out of there. Now we're going to take this, we're going to blend it until it's completely smooth so that there's no chunks left in it or anything. So we're going to go ahead and do that. All right, now the recipe I have says that you should put the sour cream powder in after you put it back in the pan, but I find it's actually easier to blend all of the chunk, like it won't get chunky if you just do it in your blender. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And this is going to make it nice and creamy. All right, so now our mixture for the inside of our enchiladas has hydrated, and now we're going to put cheese in it. Lots and lots of cheese. All right, now we're going to fill our tortilla shells. And I kind of put mine a little over to the edge. I think it just makes it a little easier to wrap them. Just like that. And then I fold mine the end like that. Kind of turn it, hold the stuff in, and then kind of roll it. And I keep kind of twisting up the bottom so that everything doesn't fall out. And then we're going to stick it in our pan. All right, so this is our last one. We're going to roll it up. Stick it in there. And I'm just going to actually, whatever is left on the plate, I'm going to just kind of sprinkle on. And I'm going to pour that little bit of juice on there too, because I don't want any of that stuff to go to waste. It's too awesome. And now we are going to take, I just left the sauce in my blender because it has a pour spout. And we're just going to pour this all over the enchiladas. Get them all nice and coated and swimming in sauce. Now we're going to put our cheese on it. We don't have to have a ton of cheese, just enough to kind of cover the top. All right, so we're going to put this in a 350-degree oven for about 15 to 20 minutes, maybe longer, just depending, because this pan is pretty big, so it might take a little longer.
Look at those awesome enchiladas.
They look good. All right, there they are. Our enchiladas are all done, and it's time for us to eat dinner. All right, so there it is. That is our Thrive Life Foods beef enchiladas. I made some Spanish rice to go along with it. We put a little sour cream on it, and now we're ready to have dinner.
All right, guys, that is the Thrive Life enchiladas.
Beef enchiladas.
Beef enchiladas.
They are super simple to make. Something that you just need to throw together. You don't need to thaw anything out. All you have to do is rehydrate it, put it together. I mean, it took me less than probably 20 minutes to put everything together.
Thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment. More updates as we go.
Bye.
Bye.